Shola और Shabnam, there's comedy, there's romance, there's drama, there's action. It's everything. Shola और Shabnam एक proper Sarvagun Sampan commercial film.
The movies that I love the most were Welcome and No Entry. I remember one New Year's Eve I just sat and at 12 I put Welcome on and it was the best New Year's I ever had.
आंखें कॉमेडी फिल्म थी।
हाँ।
मेरे को याद
नहीं वो आप the one with my dad and Govinda sir.
First half comedy थी,
Oh,
second half
okay,
suspense
okay,
था.
okay.
Double role राज बब्बर सर का.
yes.
बड़े
काम का बंदर.
अनन्या हमेशा मुझे बोलती है she didn't sign up for a 2 heroine film.
ये किया है मुझे लगा यहाँ तो मैं सोलो हीरोइन बनूंगी.
My reference point was all the heroines and especially Madhuri Dixit and Sridevi. What a great relief to have this 15th August as the biggest day of Hindi cinema, the biggest collections.
मुझे जैसे ही पता चला कि ड्रीम गर्ल 2 आ रही है, मैंने सबसे पहले रात से सोचा मैं हूँ ना.
Now I'm going to be like Manjot and be like मैं हूँ ना इसमें.
Hi guys, this is Himesh and welcome to Pinkvilla. Today we have with us the team of Dream Girl 2, Ayushmann Khurrana, Ananya Panday and Manjot Singh. Welcome to Pinkvilla guys. It's
Thank
lovely
you,
having
Himesh.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, bro.
Firstly, the trailer looks too much fun. Like it promises to be a very entertaining ride. So my first question to you is, Dream Girl 1. It was such a massy comedy with so many one-liners. After the release, when did Dream Girl come to life? Like, was it always when you were shooting for the film? Were there discussions of a sequel, or was it after the success?
No, it was the aftermath, I think.
Yeah.
While we were shooting for the film, we didn't know that sequel would be coming out. But it was just, I think it was Raj's and Ekta's idea that till the time we don't get the story right and it should be reaching the benchmark of the first one, we should not go with the second one. So I'm glad that, Dream Girl 2 is like double the fun. It's 2.0 version in real of the first one. We've taken it to the next level, so we're excited.
Yeah. But how did each one of you react when you heard the script of Dream Girl 2?
I just couldn't stop laughing. I'd seen the first one when it had released, obviously, but then I rewatched the first one with my parents, and we all had a blast watching it. And then Raj sir came and narrated it, and I had to tell him to slow down. I was like, no, sir, read this scene again, because I just kept laughing in the middle of it. So I had to be a part of it. There was no way that I couldn't be a part of this film, because I loved the first one, and I also wanted to work with this team. I wanted to work with Ayushmann, with Manjot, with Raj sir, and then there's a plethora of these comedy legends. So I think I said yes before I even heard it, honestly. Yeah.
And Manjot, for you?
I got very excited. मुझे जैसे ही पता चला कि ड्रीम गर्ल 2 आ रही है, मैंने सबसे पहले रात से सोचा मैं हूँ ना. Of course तू है, तेरे बिना कैसे बनेगी. But I'm glad Dream Girl 2 happened and आज हम यहाँ बैठे हैं. And I'm sure लोगों को बहुत मज़ा आने वाला है, क्योंकि ये इसमें नेक्स्ट लेवल ह्यूमर है. और इनफैक्ट जब भी मैं राज सर के पास जाता था कि सर मैं इसमें क्या लूँ, तो उनके पास होल सेल में ह्यूमर पड़ा है.
हाँ, ये भी ले लो, वो भी ले लो.
ये ले लो. मेरे को एक चीज़ के 10 ऑप्शन देते थे. सो हैट्स ऑफ टू दैट गाय जिन्होंने वो लिखी है एंड बनाया है. इट्स अमेजिंग.
सबसे ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम इसकी डेट्स की हो रही थी.
Actually, प्रमोशंस के लिए भी आज ही मिला है हमें.
तेरे में शूट नहीं करना हमने.
What were you shooting for that time?
I was shooting फुकरे.
Okay, so
थोड़ा वो चल रहा था.
And since this is a comedy, the first part actually was a very good homage to the kind of comedy David Dhawan made with Govinda sir and everything. So if we talk about the comedy genre, which are your favorite comedy films?
My favorite comedy, okay, बहुत सारी हैं यार, एक नहीं है. Like there's Chachi 420, there's हसीना मान जाएगी, Hero number 1, Coolie number 1, all the number 1 series, lot of Govinda films, दीवाना मस्ताना, all these films. स्वर्ग वो तो चलो फिर भी ड्रामा भी है उसके अंदर. शोला और शबनम, there's comedy, there's romance, there's drama, there's action. It's everything. शोला और शबनम एक proper सर्वगुण संपन्न commercial film है. So I think I've grown up on those like films of the duo of David Dhawan and Govinda sir. So I think
Yeah, of course, mine are obviously David sir's films. Aankhein, जो मेरी dad की film है.
Aankhein.
Yeah, but then I think my growing up, the movies that I loved the most were Welcome and No Entry. I remember one New Year's Eve I just sat and at 12 I put Welcome on and it was the best New Year's I ever had. So Welcome and No Entry.
Coincidentally, Raj sir ने Welcome लिखी है, Raj Shanti ने लिखी है.
Yes.
He's one of the writers and
the Bhulaiyaa, the first one also. Yeah, I just love Akshay sir's that era of films.
Yeah, it was Welcome, Garam Masala, Bhul
Garam Masala. I love that. Hera Peri.
But आंखें कॉमेडी फिल्म थी.
हाँ.
मेरे को याद.
नहीं वो आप the one with my dad and Govinda sir.
First half comedy थी, second half suspense था.
Double
role राज बब्बर सर का.
Yes.
बड़े
काम का बंदर.
बट फॉर मी मेरे को बहुत सारी कॉमेडी फिल्म्स पसंद है और बहुत अच्छी हैं. बट जो मेरे को हमेशा माइंड में रहती है वो माला माल वीकली.
Oh,
आपने
yes.
देखी?
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course देखिए.
इतनी कॉमेडी फिल्म है यार वो, मैं हंस
Yeah,
हंस के गिरा
it
यार।
started slow and then it
But I
was.
remember
it
this
was-
yeah,
movie so
मैं
clearly now.
एक्चुअली सीट से गिरा था, देखते हो, वो एक लौती
I
फिल्म
found
है।
Bhagam Bhag
मैं
damn
तो अच्छे
funny. I don't know
मल्टीप्लेक्स में
why.
देख, मैं सीट से नहीं करेगा।
वो वाइब्रेटर वाली थी ना।
4DX.
4DX, I mean.
Oh, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, Ayushmann, this film has cross-dressing for you. In the past, we have seen Govinda sir do it in Auntie Number One. Kamal Hassan sir did it in Chachi 420. Amir sir did it in Bazi, and there are so
Yes.
many other actors who have done it. How was it for you to, you know, in recent times we have not seen any actor do this. How was it for you to, you know, cross-dress as a female in Dream Girl 2? First one had, but थोड़ा सा था, इधर तो पूरा comedies around.
ये तो I think 60-70% of the film I am Pooja.
Yeah.
So it was very difficult. एक तो suspension of disbelief हमेशा होता है that you know in a commercial comedy film कि एक लड़का लड़की बना है और लोग फिर भी उसके पीछे पागल हैं.
Yeah.
तो वो कैसे break करना है? And I think I'm glad we achieved that with the look and everything. I remember watching Amir sir in Bazi जब वो डोले डोले दिल डोले आया था ना, everybody was shocked कि इतना खूबसूरत कोई लग सकता है लड़की बन के. So I think वो benchmark था.
Yeah.
उसके बाद हमारी फिल्म की हीरोइन अनन्या पांडे ये बेंचमार्क है कि मतलब कि आपको अच्छा दिखना है फिल्म के अंदर बिकॉज या अनन्या हमेशा मुझे बोलती है शी डिडंट साइन अप फॉर अ 2 हीरोइन फिल्म.
ये किया है, मुझे लगा यहाँ तो मैं सोलो हीरोइन बनूंगी इस फिल्म में, but obviously
So yeah, I'm glad वो 25-30 साल हो गए that you not seen an
Yeah.
actor do that. So I think there was a definite space for that.
Yeah.
In this film I think we had a blast with that.
But were there any reference point for you with regards to what they have done? Like, did you pick up those small character traits from?
मैंने actually नहीं किया ऐसा.
Okay.
My reference point were the heroines.
Okay.
अगर मैं reference point एक मेल एक्टर को लूँगा
Yeah.
तो अचीव करने में मज़ा नहीं आएगा. My reference point was all the heroines and especially Madhuri Dixit and Sridevi.
Oh.
तो मुझे वो वाला वो अचीव करना है while
Yeah.
dancing and while emoting
Oh,
or
wow.
with expressions and everything.
And Ananya, you know, your father has done so many comedy films. I believe this is your first out and out madcap comedy.
yeah.
Is
Yeah,
this-
Pati Patni और वो
Pati Patni was there, but it was a rom-com, more of a
Yeah, yeah.
How is it to step into the comic space, and how difficult is it to pull off those one-liners in the?
It's too tough, but I think my character, I don't think she's the one who's doing any of the comedy. I think it's happening around her and it might be happening because of her. But sometimes it's very hard to react also. And what I found the hardest to do was keep a straight face because there was such funny lines being said around me. Manjot would say something, Anu sir would say something, Rajpal sir would say something, and I didn't know how to control my laughter. So for me, the hardest part was actually just keeping a straight face and not laughing in the middle of scenes. But I swear comedy is the hardest genre to do. Like, it's just too difficult. And my dad used to always say that it's either there or it's not there, and it has to come from within. And but you have to enjoy yourself. I think you have to not take yourself too seriously. You have to not be afraid of making a mistake with comedy. I think people get very conscious ki I'll make this expression, I'll make that expression, how will I look? But you can't be too conscious and you have to allow yourself to be a fool sometimes.
Just go with the flow.
Yeah.
And you know, there are two genres of comedy. One is situational comedy and one is slightly
Slapstick,
slapstick and physical comedy. You have done lot of situational comedies through the journey. I believe Dream Girl 1 and Dream Girl 2 are the only one which are physical comedies or slapstick comedies.
Yeah.
How difficult is it in the slapstick space for you?
I think as an actor, if you are getting to do different roles, exploring different genres and sub-genres, I think comedy, of course, there are a lot of sub-genres.
Yeah.
So it's more fun. I think I love working for slapstick genre as well. This is my second film,
Yeah.
which is slapstick in that hardcore commercial mass humor zone. And Dream Girl has been my biggest film till now. And I'm glad this is happening with a great concept and which is like a step up or maybe a version 2.0 of the first one.
Yeah.
So I love every genre.
But is it difficult, the physical comedy, as compared to the situational one?
I think you should have that funny bone in you. In situational comedy, the situation makes it funny.
Yeah.
But in slapstick, you should have an inherent funny bone.
Yeah.
So I think if you get the opportunity to explore that, nothing like that. So I'm glad I got this opportunity.
And this is a common question for all of you. What does the term success mean to each one of you?
I mean, right now it keeps changing for me, but I think right now for me, it would mean being at peace. Yeah, in every way. No, I'm not saying being like content and complacent, but just feeling at peace. Yeah.
I think success for me, I think जब कुछ मांगना ना पड़े अपने आप मिल जाए.
But that's fine. I think success is like a fine line between contentment and ambition. Like you have to be contented at some times and at the same time you are ambitious. It's just treading that thin line between contentment and ambition.
Yeah, mine would be love also. I think in terms of like, I feel like Dreamgirl 2 for me is that film. I feel like I've catered to a very limited, not limited audience, but a niche audience as of now. You know, the kind of films that I've done. But I think for me, a film like Dreamgirl 2 will really help me reach a lot more households in India. So I hope I can get their love as well. For me, that'll be success. Yeah.
But you know, when you're doing Dreamgirl and followed by films like Kho Gaya Hum Kahan or a film like Gehraaya which you have done, is it a conscious effort to, you know, balance between the genres in terms of audience appeal, like okay, this one appeals to this set or whatever, like in terms of the genre?
I think definitely for audience, but also for myself as an actor. I don't want to get typecast in any way. I don't want to put myself in a box. I don't want to get bored doing the same things again and again. So conscious effort has always been to be as different as possible, choose as different characters, work with different kinds of people, because I get bored very easily.
And Manjot, when you are doing a film like Fukre and Dreamgirl, how is it for you to differentiate between the comic timing that you have in the two films, because both are in a way in the same space of comedy?
For me, comedy is timing. आप अगर टाइम पे कोई भी चाहे स्लैपस्टिक हो चाहे जैसी मर्जी कॉमेडी हो, टाइमिंग पे आपकी चीज़ें हो रही हैं तो वो वर्क करेगा ही करेगा फॉर द ऑडियंस, फॉर यू, फॉर योर टीम.
There is no approach. It is just the script and the character which जो आप follow करते हैं.
Yeah.
And Ayushmann, you know, after Dreamgirl, you have not usually, you know, there are 2-3 films which you have announced or in the slate, but after Dreamgirl, you have not announced anything. What's keeping you selective about films in this time? Well, like, what's
I have like couple of 2-3 films in regularly. We are talking about it, and I'll be making official announcement very soon.
Okay.
So definitely I'll be shooting for a film this year end.
Okay.
So we'll be making an announcement soon. Official announcement soon.
अच्छा.
हमारी बातें तो हो रही हैं, of course. Everybody knows it, but still. Yeah.
अच्छा, okay. So.
Yeah.
Okay, there's nothing ऐसा that you have slowed down. It is just that
Nothing
you're
like that.
facing it.
Yeah.
There has been so much chatter about box office over the last few years, but now finally it seems that we have reached the normalcy with what is happening on the Independence Day weekend. Does it give you all some sort of confidence that, oh wow, okay, people are coming in theatres now in big numbers, and the next up is Dreamgirl, and there is Dreamgirl trailer being played with Gadar, oh my god, everything. How do you view this scenario?
It's a relief, it's a big relief. I think we've gone through that curve when people were talking about, you know, certain films are for OTT and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I've not just talked about Oh My God 2 and Gadar 2, also about the films which did well, which were mid-budget and small budget films.
Yeah.
Be it Zara Hatke Zara Bachke or Satya Prem Ki Katha. So I think that gave me a lot of confidence, because there were these conspiracy theories floating around that
Mid-size.
only, you know, big films will work, or you know, but I'm glad this has happened, and what a great relief to have this 15th August as the biggest day of Hindi cinema, the biggest collections, and since that trailer is playing everywhere, so let's hope for the best, because we are also aiming for tier 2 and tier 3 cities, because the flavor, the texture of Dreamgirl 2 is very massive. So let's hope for the best.
And Ananya, how do you view this, like, you know, the thing that is happening at the box office over the last 5 days?
I mean, I'm excited as an audience more than anything. You know, we can't sit here and predict what will happen. Anything can happen, honestly. That's one thing that I've learned in life. Today it's one way, tomorrow it can completely change. So I don't want to expect anything. I'm just excited as an audience. I don't think I love anything more than just going into the cinema, getting my popcorn and watching a movie and having that community experience. So I'm just looking forward to more movies. I'm the kind of audience that goes in and watches everything first day, first show. At least before the pandemic, I used to do that, and I can't wait to get back to doing that. And I'm just looking forward to the audiences being back and enjoying cinema the way it should be.
Have you all discussed Dreamgirl 3? Dreamgirl 2 आपने discuss नहीं किया था, but now you have already decided to spin it into a franchise.
Now I'm going to be like Manjot and be
मैं-
like, मैं हूँ
मैं
ना
हूँ ना।
इसमें. We both will be like, हम है ना. इतने आयुष्मान तो रहे अभी दे.
मुझे नहीं पता राज मुझे क्या बनाएगा अभी तो लड़की बन गया हूँ, उसके बाद कि नेक्स्ट लेवल क्या रीच करेगा वो आदमी, बट उसके दिमाग में इतने आइडियाज हैं, इतने आइडियाज, वो आइडियाज का भंडार है.
Actually.
No, but with how many jokes we have in Dreamgirl 2 already, I think we can release Dreamgirl
Yeah.
3 for many versions of the same film.
Like वो जैसे सांस लेता है वो जोक बोलता है.
मतलब
He's very bright and talented. I think वो Dreamgirl 2, 3, 10 तक बना सकता है. So that's Raj Chandler for you.
एक्चुअली सीन में जाने से पहले जब मैं पूछता था कि कैसे लेना है, वो जब ऑप्शंस देते थे ना, 10 मिनट मुझे नॉर्मल होने में लगते थे कि मैं इतना हंसता था. मैंने कहा मैं हंसते हुए नहीं बोल सकता, मुझे खुद कंसीव करने दो फिर मैं बोलूँगा. It's too funny.
Okay, and before we sign off, any last words on Dreamgirl 2 you all want to say to the audience?
Watch our film guys, 25th
Yeah.
of August. जैसे बोला गया उसे 25 अगस्त हो गया मस्त. watch it with your family, your friends, and it's a joyride.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank
It was
you.
lovely speaking to you all, and wish you all the best for the film.
Thank you,
Thank
mate.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much. Hi, this is Ayushmann Khurrana,
Hi, this is Ananya Panday.
Hi, this is Manjot Singh.
and you're watching us on
Pinkvilla.
Pinkvilla.